students, welcome to class, and look at my necklace. You see what that says? It says, all good people must strive to be vegan. That includes you and also Amala Ekpanobi, who we're gonna see today. Let's go.
Drink soy milk, oat milk, rice milk, almond milk. Don't steal milk from a cow. Be vegan, start right now. Follow that vegan teacher, she will show you how.
Hello students, welcome to class. Today we are crashing somebody's site here who's having a live, and it's not this guy, he's actually the producer. But the person's site, her name is Amala Ekpanobi, and she is a right-wing political commentator who I happen to like. And the reason I like her is because she seems like she's an open person. She seems like she is willing to dialogue with anybody. And today she's talking about Big Pharma wants you to be obese, depressed, and medicated. Is it wrong to be too fat? 'Cause you're taking more than you need. Do your gluttonous actions show that you covet greed? Is it wrong to be too overweight? 'Cause you took someone else's portion and put it on your plate. Is it wrong to eat double the flesh, sending not one, but two animals to death? She has 891,000 subscribers, and right now 924 people are watching her live. Now, the reason for me being here is to do some animal rights activism. I am here to try to raise awareness about what the animals go through in the meat industry, the egg industry, and in the fur industry, and in the dairy industry, and so on. So what I do is I come here and I make some comments that I have often pre-written, but sometimes I just type them as I go along. So here it says, when you write something, everyone will be able to see it, which is the idea. So I'm writing, thank you for considering veganism. Now I start off with saying that because I want people to realize that I come in peace, and I'm saying to consider it as a moral baseline. So let's see how long it takes before people realize that, uh-oh, that vegan teacher is here, and uh-oh, we need to attack her. Oh, by the way, that's Amala. This is Amala. That's what she looks like. She is very well spoken, and I hope to meet her one day, or I hope that she sees this video or one of my videos and seriously considers becoming vegan, because it is something she can absolutely do. And I want to show her that being kind is a traditional value. A lot of times people say, well, eating meat is traditional, but in fact, being kind is traditional. So thank you for being kind to animals. I write this. You can see somebody has already commented. That didn't take very long at all for somebody to write down my name. You could see it in red there, and you could see that there's also a skull there. So this is because people are afraid of veganism. And somebody says, vegan teacher is here. Oh no. So somebody named Oh Really says that. Now, why would they be upset for me talking about saving animals? Somebody else says, oh boy, why is that vegan teacher here? So what's actually interesting is that this crowd of people actually know who I am. I don't know why they would know who I am, because you know, her entire site has nothing to do with veganism. But anyway, this is good. Somebody's starting to talk. Vincent is saying something about animals were created for humans to eat, which is absolute nonsense. Animals were created here on the earth for their own purposes. And quickly you see the speciesism come in here with people posting these meat emojis. Just very interesting. If I was here defending black-skinned people or any other minorities, such as the LGBTQ community, do you think that they would be spamming all of their dead body parts? And that is the equivalent. When I'm here defending the animals, why do you think somebody like Avalon is going to post their dead body parts? Do you think that she would do that if I was trying to defend the LGBTQ community? Would she show me a bunch of chopped up images of their bodies? Or if I was defending the Black Lives Matter movement or something like that, do you think that they would be showing us right now the dead body parts of them? Of course not. So this is speciesism, the first form of racism. Let's sing about it.
And speciesism, and speciesism, and speciesism, be kind to the animals, and veganphobia, and vegan Veganphobia and Veganphobia. Be kind to the activists. Dance if you're vegan. Hands up if you're vegan. Think you can't do it? Try it, you can. Yeah.
So somebody else is thinking, I think Amala, Scott, and Taylor like meat. So Ellie Finto doesn't seem to realize that it's not about whether you like the taste of meat or not. That is not the point. The point here is that we should be kind to the animals regardless of what we think that they taste like. And by the way, here they're talking about a new chocolate bar, which is a new Hershey type bar, and it's called a Her for She or something like that. They're trying to basically let people know that the pronoun issue is something that they find a bit bizarre. My point here is to, when we're talking about the Hershey chocolate bar, is that it should be all vegan. There should be no milk into any kind of chocolate. There's no reason to be harming them. Somebody else is asking here, am I botting this stream? No, I don't have a bot. This is actually really me is really me. And here somebody is giving them a little tip, which is great. They're saying they're enjoying the chat and giving them a little tip to tell them that they appreciate their work. And I also thank you all for when you guys send me little tips when I have these premieres. I really do appreciate that too. Most of my audience, though, is young people who actually don't have any money, unlike her, whose audience is typically in their early 20s. All right, so here I'm also commenting some more, and you could see that they are still spamming the meat there. Must really like Hershey. So they think that I am going to be some hippie leftist person. They just assume that instead of asking. So that's one of the things that you could learn, is when you are on somebody's site, it's always a good idea to ask questions and not just assume. By the way, while I have your attention, I want to remind you to watch the important documentary called Dairy is Scary on YouTube. It's actually only 5 minutes long, and it is created by this young lady named Erin Janis, who lives here in Canada, not that far from me. After you watch this, hopefully you will realize there is no reason whatsoever to pay for the rape, torture, confinement, and murder of innocent cows who've never done a single thing wrong to us ever, and have a right to live, and that you can buy oat milk or soy milk going forward. There are so many comments here, it's impossible for me to address them all, but you can see that people are still spamming steaks and things like that, which is really sad. And you also have somebody here who's saying, I'm not right-winged, I just like to eat meat. I don't think people can live healthily without it. So this person named Taffer is just simply uneducated and needs to Google vegan athletes and vegan doctors who are everywhere and who will tell you exactly how healthy it is to be vegan. And some doctors who are 100% vegan will state to their patients that they should not be eating any meat, dairy, or eggs at all, including my own doctor here in Montreal, who has told me that repeatedly. The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has clearly stated that it is healthy to be vegan at all stages of development, and here I'm typing that you should never eat any milk chocolate because it comes from a cycle of violence that is the dairy industry. And somebody's asking me, am I a Republican? I'm not American, I am Canadian, and actually I don't really talk about whether I'm a Republican or a Democrat or a liberal or a conservative. I talk about specific ideas, and my specific ideas are to try to do the least harm to the animals and to the universe. Now here I'm writing, did you know that baby male cows are murdered to create milk chocolate because they're considered to be useless in the industry? It's important that everybody realizes that. Most people don't actually know that.
Don't sexually assault me. Don't kidnap my baby. Don't steal milk from my body. Be vegan. Don't kill me. Save me.
And that is why we're vegan, because we want the Holocaust to end. These poor animals do not deserve that kind of suffering. And that's why we're here in comment sections here, like this. So let's have a look. VeganTeacher, us on the right just associate veganism with leftists because so many stereotypical leftists are vegan. Okay, so here's another example of somebody who's prejudicial. They are assuming that all vegans are the same, whereas that's not true. So I'm writing here, I do not consider myself to be woke. I don't consider myself to be on the left on all of these issues. I change depending on what the specific issue is. And when it comes to animal rights, I think that everybody should be against cruelty of the innocent. So once again, as a reminder, we are just here to educate people, to raise awareness about the animals. We're not here to cause problems. We are here just to remind people that 3 times a day they don't have to hurt animals. Let's see what else we have. We have just more comments here, and I'm just posting something. Did you know that baby male cows are murdered to create milk chocolate? Oh, I wrote created there by accident. Whoops. And because the animals are considered useless. So just the video that I just showed you is an example of that.
Check the ingredients, check the ingredients, do it right away. If it's not vegan, back the fuck away. Don't buy any eggs, any dairy, or any meat. Instead, go grab something vegan when you're thirsty or when you want to eat.
Okay, here we have somebody who's veganphobic who says they're going to email us pictures of a beef steak. Like, I've never seen one before. Like, I don't see that every single day driving my car with advertisements. Here I'm making a post saying carnists who say, but lions eat animals, so why can't I? So then the vegan response is, but you're not a lion. Lions don't have a choice, you do. Lions also sniff each other's butts, but you simply choose not to do that. So why is that, I wonder? And then more posts about carnists. Carnists cry, respect us. Vegans say, no, we don't respect you if you kick cats or eat dogs or steal cow's milk or harm any other animals. We're here to respect animal defenders, not animal abusers. And then I'm continuing on to post other things. And you can see that there are still people here saying, oh, let's have a barbecue and all this kind of stuff, which is okay. That at least it shows that they are aware that we are here and that we are talking about the animals. You know, they typically write, I love eating meat. I always find that funny, like as if I never ate meat before, or as if I didn't know that it tastes good. But it's really just the oil in there, the fat, it is the salt and the spices. It's the vegan food on top of it that makes it taste good. So people are writing here about how they like deer meat. Again, these people, I mean, this is strange because these kids are not 12-year-olds. These are, I thought they were older teenagers or people in their 20s, people in their 30s. I thought that was her target audience, but you can see people are uneducated and narrow-minded and just ridiculous regardless. So here I'm making the comments about carnists say when they talk about B12 and things like that, and people just keep spamming just random stuff. Okay, here's somebody really brilliant. Alice says, vegetables have feelings too. And to that, of course, we always say, well, I'm sure you're going to tell that to the firefighters when they come into your home and your house is on fire. I'm sure you're going to run to the fridge and tell them to save the vegetables. But you know, there's not enough time here to respond, unfortunately, to all of these crazy comments. So we just do our best. Let's see. What else do we have here? Okay, so people say to me, why don't I respect Sniperwolf? And then I say, I don't respect murderers. She pays people to cut up animals and to burn their bodies. So, you know, just don't respect her because she could eat any of the 10,000 other vegan foods that are in the store. So you can see I'm just continuing here to copy and paste. These are comments that I already had in my bank. And it's just a way to educate people, to make them think. If they have time to read them all, there are an awful lot. Probably when I'm in something like this, it would be maybe better to make a shorter comment because it goes so fast. But actually right now it's okay. All right, so I'm writing here, nearly 8 billion people on this planet slaughter more than 80 million land animals each year. And this is devastating for the ecosystem, human health, and for the victims who never deserve this holocaust. So reminding them of that. And somebody's talking here in their little money thing that they gave. They're mentioning Oreos down in Australia. I don't know what they're referring to there. But anyway, Oreo cookies are actually vegan. Somebody says, VeganTeacher, what are you even doing here? They wrote my name in red and said that. And well, I'm here to educate you guys and to talk about the animals. Because Mala cares about social justice issues. And that is a very important social justice issue. And then Jim says, you're consistent to the point of absurdity. And I would throw that right back and say, you're consistently eating animals and you don't have to. And I find that to be absurd. So I missed a comment there. It went by too fast. Here I'm talking about billions of baby chicks, male chicks, are killed in the egg industry each year by maceration, crushing, drowning, and burning alive. They're considered to be useless because they'll never be able to lay eggs. And then I'm talking also about how backyard eggs are not okay because they come from this cycle of violence.
The egg industry is just a cycle of misery. They lie to you endlessly. Don't buy eggs, walk away. Go to egg-truth.com today.
All right, I'm going to post another comment here. Research shows that we could feed an additional 4 billion humans if we grew our crops directly for human consumption rather than feeding the crops to farmed animals and then consuming them. So these people are still talking about whatever Amala is talking about, and that's fine, that's good, as long as some people are getting our message. And somebody writes, human blood is the most nutritious food. Well, Alice, that has absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about here, obviously. We're talking about doing the least harm. I'm not talking about hurting humans or hurting anyone. And then we have some people here just chatting, still continuing to talk to Amala, and that's great. You know, her subject today is an important one. It's about health. But I will continue to educate here as long as some people are in the comment section and listening. So I'm talking about the domestic animals and how we shouldn't be buying animals, we should be adopting them. And there's Amala, she's getting a kick out of what she's doing there, reading people's comments and so on. So there you go, that's what it is. We have somebody here, as a Christian, God tells us not to harm people. Well, I don't know, it doesn't say that. It's in the 10 Commandments. It doesn't say don't murder just people. It says don't murder. So I think that maybe these people should be reading the Bible a little bit better themselves. Even though we all know that still the Bible is just peer pressure from dead people. So you can take with it what you like. I personally like to use the Bible if it's helpful. I say if your religion is helping you to be a good person, stay with that religion. If your religion is telling you to be a bad person and to hurt animals or people, then maybe walk away from that religion. Just be sane, just be normal, just be kind, compassionate. It's very easy. So you get the idea. Thank you guys for being here today. So yeah, there's no peer-reviewed studies that say that plants are sentient. Vegans still consume less plants because factory farm filters them. They filter the plants through the animals to feed them, so it's better, if you actually do care about plants, to be vegan. People are writing about dinosaurs. Okay. All right. And I'm reminding people that protein is not an issue. You don't have to worry about protein. Vegans get plenty of protein. And as I said before, there are so many vegans in the Olympics now, top level athletes. There are vegan ice skaters, there's vegan power lifters, all kinds of different amazing vegan, and you could just easily Google that if you want to find some information about that. So thanks again for being here, guys. If you like this channel, please like and subscribe and press the notification bell. Help me get the animals out of hell. And I think I'm just going to stay here and just really type a couple more comments. You guys are free to stay if you want, or you can leave. It's totally up to you. Coming up on screen are going to be a bunch of other videos, though. Click on them if you like. Press on them and look around on my channel. There are over 2,000 videos to choose from. And if you would like to get in touch with me, you can always find me over on Instagram. If you want to get a direct message to me, that is one way you can do it. You simply go to thatveganteacher Miss Kadie. You can follow me on Instagram. thatveganteacher Miss Kadie, and it's spelled Kadie. Thanks for being here. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Let's follow that vegan teacher on YouTube right now. Let's help her save every chicken, pig, and cow. Let's follow that vegan teacher on